از باور دکم بری ساله که دوارو جادا تواهی یان پرانی جوا لوا چپرین شر لدیج داعش دشوپاندن لباغوزه لهجین و لجبهه دیرزوره ما خواست پشتی ساله که امجار دین هف ببینن جه ساله که حیان ها چه گوهارتن چه بون دم پیش و پلانسازی چه بن شر لدیج داعش ده چه آسته ده جاره کدیم نبیم بخیر هاتن و کلونل مايلز بخیر هات روجاوا جاره که اوجی برنگه کی آشکاره ده کنفرانسه کی دا روجانوانا دبینه جویرا جل سرکفتنه هیوید کن خیراتنا ویجید کن.
Thank you. Marhaban, Bashi. It's good to be here in Rojava to update you on our operations in the fight against ISIS.
يعني از كيف خشم الفيركي ما از كيف خشم قال روجاوا ما وأذ آگاهيان برا وكم لثر شر دجي داعش.
More than 5 years ago, the international coalition responded to the threat of ISIS in Iraq and Syria.
إذا تري 5 سال برا تحالف يعني نداء أو كرجبو تكبرنا داعش لسوريا والعراق يعني.
Since that time, together, the coalition, with more than 77 nations and 5 international organizations, has worked with the Syrian Democratic Forces, Iraqi security forces, and Peshmerga to defeat ISIS physical territory.
شوية شغادة يعني حفتي وحفت دولتان وقال لك ثادية الناف نتهوي تحالف بقوات سوريا الديمقراطية رشاكرا والعراق بيشمرقا وهذا عراقية جبوك وداعش تيك ببن.
And as my friend Mustafa Bali said, we are approaching the 1-year anniversary of the physical defeat of ISIS in the Battle of Baghouz.
وقت بريز بالي قوت وقت هوالا مقوت يعني أمني ذي ثالة كدبنا جبو ذكراتك برنا داعش يعني.
But the fight still continues. ISIS is down and not out.
يعني وقت من ظان شرهن دامة داعش قديا ونقديا يعني.
And we know there are sleeper cells in Deir ez-Zor, Hasaka, and other areas of Syria.
ووك أم حميداً يعني هن شتاين داعش هن خلايا نائمة هنا يعني الدير ez-Zor والمناطق ندنا هن هنا يعني.
And the military coalition remains committed to partnering with the SDF to ensure there's peace and safety for the people of eastern Syria. The coalition, of course, is aware that there was an attack at a small outpost of SDF troops and coalition troops near the border. This attack remains under investigation by the SDF and Syrian Democratic Forces. And I want to point out something important. Part of our mission in eastern Syria, in Hasaka and Deir ez-Zor, is to work with the Syrian Democratic Forces to protect critical infrastructure, including oil sites. So any attacks that affect our forces and our partnership is a sign that there are entities who want to stop the SDF from having access to this oil that's so important for the local economy. But the coalition remains partnered with the SDF to protect the oil. The coalition again is in Hasaka and Deir ez-Zor province, partnered with the SDF. And of course, for us to travel in the area and go on patrols on the M4 highway and other places, we have to deconflict our operations with other military forces in the region. We have a process where we share information for the purpose of deconfliction with the Russians. This process has been in place several years. It's in the air and on the ground. And the coalition's goal is to always de-escalate any encounters that we have with the Russians. We do not seek war with any forces in the region. We're here to partner with the SDF to defeat Daesh. And along the way, there are other military forces operating, and we are not seeking confrontation. And when we do have encounters, we want them to end peacefully. And most of the time, they do end peacefully, and people go their separate ways. That's the coalition's goal. We're not here to get entangled in anything else. For the first part of your question about the Idlib region, the coalition is moved from the western areas of Syria, and now we're focused in eastern Syria, Hasaka, Deir ez-Zor, and also at the Antaf garrison, 55-kilometer deconfliction zone. There have been a number of tensions and And we certainly hope that everybody adheres to UN Resolution 2254 and that there's a peaceful resolution for the situation in Idlib province. For additional questions, I refer you to the governments involved and the diplomats. I'd like to take a moment to describe some more of our relationship with the SDF. We're the coalition, the US-led coalition, is on several bases in eastern Syria. The bases we live on are Syrian Democratic Forces bases. Today you came and you saw SDF soldiers and guards who let you into this base, and we exist in full partnership with the SDF. This partnership includes, goes beyond the security of our bases. Outside the bases we have joint patrols where SDF and coalition troops will provide regional security, search for outlaws, and protect critical infrastructure. We also have training. We train the SDF on basic infantry skills, but we have the very best special operations troops here partnered with the SDF commandos, the YAT, the HAT. And sometimes, not every day, but sometimes we go on partnered raids. Those raids might involve coalition helicopters, drones to collect intelligence, and occasionally when the SDF request and we are able, we will conduct an airstrike to defeat Daesh.